The man needs no introduction. It's been nearly a year since Pastrana and Durant stepped out of a rally car as champions. The champagne has long been washed away. Champions don't make comebacks, not in the year of their title defense. But in 2018, that is the case. Travis Pastrana is a busy man. His schedule is filled with conflicting commitments. But here in Maine, for the first time since his championship win, Travis faces David, and David intends to defend his turf. With arguably the most difficult entry list of the season, in an event that swayed the championship battle just 1 year ago. This is Launch Control. Early morning at Sunday River Resort in Maine. A beautiful place for a reunion. Travis Pastrana is returning to the rally stages for the first time this year. And while his signature race number is 199, this weekend he's taking his option to wear the number 1. The honor bestowed on the defending champion.
I don't know, there's not a lot of chance that you have to run the number 1 plate. So last year's series of good luck, but rather be lucky than good any day. You know, we put in the times when we absolutely needed to and got lucky when we needed to, so we'll take it.
His teammates, David Higgins and Craig Drew, are current series leaders. The number 75 team has mixed memories of this event.
For us, we've got to play the smart game. This rally hasn't been kind to me on many occasions.
His rival climbed back into the title hunt here 5 years ago.
Can't win them all.
2 years ago, a surprise suspension failure.
4 plus narrows, so rocks both sides. Where the hell did that come from?
Rallying can throw up unexpected things, and it's never as easy as it may look from the outside, and I think this just proves that that's the case.
And just last year, when everything seemed to be on track, things fell apart. But today, Higgins enjoys a healthy championship lead, and he doesn't expect that to change.
I'm just going to try and relax, drive my way and see where we are, then run a big fight tomorrow, then turn up the wick.
This weekend, the entry list includes the regular competition and the return of his arch rival, along with a deep field of privateers looking to prey on any misfortune. Stage 1, the legendary Concord Pond. Higgins is first to arrive.
Get her done this weekend. 4, 3, 2, 1, go 100.
Off the line, and every second counts.
Late left 4 plus long.
No warm-up, just maximum attack.
4 drive. Opens flat right, then flat right narrows 30.
Over blind crests in top gear, this stage rewards the brave.
Right 6 in over wheelie jump. Then flat crest 170. Remember late right 5 plus middle, tight into the crest. 50 right 4 plus of a crest, jump tight.
2 minutes behind, Pastrana and Durant. Restless and ready for battle. While Concord Pond must be respected, it's also a stage that the top drivers know well.
Then over max crest, very long, untidy strike 5, care left 4. So untidy strike 5, care left 4.
Both Pastrana and Higgins clear the 2 passes of the stage, eclipsing the bogey time.
6 over finish, keep going past the red for a little bit, 80, flat crest, okay. Absolutely smashed the 80 average through there.
American Rally Association rules mandate that stages in a national rally should not exceed an average speed greater than 80 miles per hour. Should a car exceed that average speed, no faster time will be awarded. The rule is to encourage organizers to use stage roads that feature more corners and technical sections to increase safety. But as the cars have improved, the limits are being reached more often. So as the cars arrive for the start of Stage 3, the top 3 cars remain tied for the lead. Higgins and Drew have done the math.
Okay, yeah. So good, forget bogies, we might not hit them, so let's just go through it as normal. 20.
Factor in all the stages, eliminating the ones that are likely to be maxed out. Then determine the key stage where you can make the biggest impact.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. 80 flat crest, 50. Keep right over crest, and early left 6 minus over crest. 100.
Stage 4 is their time to strike. 26 miles to inflict their damage. Higgins and Drew trust their notes and hold nothing back.
Minus in over crest, then left 6 long in over crest, okay.
If anyone can step into a car after a year and be on the pace, it's Pastrana. But these cars are faster and lighter than they were just a year ago, and Pastrana can't expect to fully commit.
25.
He doubles down anyway.
Slow it, 15. Oh, then left 3 opens fast. So go around the delta if you can, if there's no cars there. Yep, there's no. So, hairpin right here. I can see it. So left 3, plus opens fast. 70.
One small slip, and the damage is done. Downstage, Higgins and Drew continue their attack.
Late left 6 long, tightens past opening.
They don't know their competitor's plight, and they don't need to. They trust their pace to hand them a lead in a dust-free road position for day 2.
Minus 8 times 4 in long, hold over crest. Left 5, 8 times 4 minus 8, hold over crest. Then right 4 plus in, over crest. 80, keep left. Rock, sneak right 3 plus. Keep left rock, sneak right 3 plus. Then left 6 over crest. 150 over finish, keep going past the red.
They cross the line and take a 45-second lead over Pastrana in second. McKenna, their closest challenger, doesn't finish the stage. And a crash and subsequent fire ends Ken Block's rally, leaving the 2 Subarus alone, out in front to end the day.
The last stage coming back, we had a really big maximum attack just to make sure we were first on the road for tomorrow in case it's dusty. So really sort of threw a bit of caution to the wind and gave it the big one, and it was it paid off. So it was a good time. So I think we took like 40 seconds off Travis in there. So pretty happy with that.
After an accident, check this out. Here, follow me over here. See that is some high quality rim right there. He earned his sprinkles. That man. Flat out crushed. And that man, it takes 2. And with all due respect, this is the nicest thing I can tell you right now. McKenna has 2 flats, so I guess he hit a pretty big rock. And then Ken burns his car to the ground. I don't know if he had a crash or whatnot. They're still bringing him back in. And all of a sudden, the top 4 are completely spread out. And then David has the run of a lifetime. That 18-mile stage, he flat flogged us. Some of the greatest driving of all time ever from anyone.
After a good night's rest, both Subarus arrive at the start of day 2.
We did a good job yesterday to put ourselves in a good position for today, so we don't have to really attack so much, but obviously it's important just to keep an eye on what the other guys are doing.
Higgins and Drew lead the way into the stages, with all the pieces in place to take the win.
Go, 80, left 6, 70. Flat crest.
They have a 50-second lead to manage. They will take few risks, at least not until they're forced to.
Then late right 4 times 4 minus hold.
The pressure is on Pastrana. In contrast with her teammates, they need to make a big move.
It's going to take some kind of an issue with David for us to win, but we're going to keep pushing to try to give him the best chance of having that.
The lead needs to shrink rapidly if they hope to have a chance at the win.
50, max right 6, left 6, 50 right 3 plus, opens over 150, so opens over 150.
If Pastrana could take a chunk of time out of Higgins on the opening loop, and then maybe they can pressure them into a mistake. But Pastrana knows Higgins isn't baited easily. It's a long shot. While the cars battle in the forest, the crew enjoys some downtime. This is the side of rally you don't see. Hurry up and wait. But when the cars return, this crew will be in peak form. The moments between are simpler. Back on stage, Higgins and Drew have kept clear of danger.
Okay, 130.
But that in itself isn't without risk. A 50-second lead is just a spin away from evaporating, a flat tire away from second place.
Repeat front 5 in over crest 80, flat left 170.
They're treading a fine line between focus and inattention. Pastrana is riding well past that line. He needs results, and he needs them now.
50, deceptive, left 6 over jump and tightens 5, 40 slowing, right 4 plus. So crest 20, right 4.
But by the end of the leg, Pastrana takes just 5 seconds out of their lead.
I feel like notes are spot on. Really had a great time the last one. We're one mistake away from being in the hunt.
Look straight from this side. Yeah. Leave the right one on the top. Okay.
We're just gonna keep driving, drive smart, drive smooth, and try to get to the end.
And we've got to be smart. It's a tough rally and not going to do anything stupid after the good work we did yesterday. It's encouraging that even when we're sort of really backed off, we're only losing maybe 1 or 2 seconds a stage, so that's good to see.
Not bad, right?
Five, 4, 3, 2, 1, go 100.
For Pastrana, this weekend was about making a return to the sport he loves.
30, brake down 20, right 2 plus.
A win was ultimately the goal, but with Higgins running in top form all season long, it was always going to be a difficult task.
That's all I've got on the notes. That's all I've got. What do you mean that's all you got? I've got nothing else. Oh, max right 6, 30, line left 6, 20, turn right 3, okay. Right 3, okay.
Higgins and Drew have learned over the years to never underestimate Pastrana, and they didn't.
Then short right 4 plus, 50 down, right 2 plus long hug.
But this weekend was a classic Higgins and Drew event. They entered with a clear game plan, executed a well-timed strike on a single stage, took a commanding lead, and settled into a game of threat management.
Right 3, over finish.
They crossed the finish line, lead intact.
Okay. Yes. Good job, man. Brilliant. Well done. Top job. Bloody hell, we went harder through there than I thought we would.
That was lifetime stage.
Pastrana follows in second.
Finish, crest and keep left over crest 70, crest right 4 minus long, finish 300. That's it. I had a blank page in the middle. That's all I got. I was like, what do you mean? I was like, that's all I got. Keep turning.
A timing error moves them to third. Without a championship title on the line, the penalty is of little importance. As Travis put it, if you're not first, you're last.
after the disappointment of last year, you know, that really bugged me for a long time, and it was all about doing a sensible job this weekend, go quick when we had to go quick, and then today was just about preserving the lead and managing the gap. The car was absolutely perfect all weekend, never missed a beat, so, you know, big thanks to Charlie and all the boys in the car. They did an absolutely brilliant job, and good to have Travis back and enjoying the racing. And
good job, man. That's what's that?
Good job, yeah. I think it's great job really well. You, to me, you know, it's 4-stage. Yeah. Had fun? You were there, and I'm sure you said, I think you said to yourself, okay, long stage, this is it.
Well, we knew we had to do it. We had to win that stage to guarantee no dust for day 2.
David's tough. I think he's the most underrated driver in rally. I know he goes wide open and 10/10ths, and there's car parts all over, and I just looking how far, like braking marks, how far he was out braking me in jumps. I was giggling. I'm like, man, I wish I had popcorn in my car just to watch the marks on that thing. And so those guys, they knew when they had to turn it on. They turned it on, and that was the rally.
You know him so well. David Higgins and his co-driver Craig Drew. Subaru Rally Team USA. They put on a clinic at this one, didn't they? Thank you, guys.
Next time on Launch Control, Subaru Rally Team USA heads to Canada for a very important third round of the ARX Championship.
Our confidence level is good. I'm just mainly excited. That's the main feeling.
With Subaru holding down 3rd and 4th in the championship, they look for a strong result here to improve their standing. That's next time on Launch Control.